Hi guys, Old World Tales here, and welcome to another installment of The Ram's Horns, a story set in the Warhammer fantasy universe that follows the adventures of a mercenary company called The Ram's Horns. If you guys haven't checked out my previous videos, parts 1, 2 and 3, please do, as well as my top 5 videos. We've a couple of those up at the moment. And without any further ado, here we go, let's jump in. Huron was loudly awoken by someone rudely banging on his door. He half fell, half rolled, out of his ridiculously cozy bed. For a man who earned his money savagely killing things, he wasn't averse to a bit of comfort, that was for sure. He plodded to his big, heavy wooden door, and lifting the latch, he pushed it open. Outside was an exacerbated man in full armour. It was Citric, a Nordlander from the Empire, who had fought for years with the Ram's Horns. Citric took one look at the half-naked, half-asleep Huron, and threw his eyes down to his feet. "My lord, apologies, but we have gotten word from Kasos. They've been attacked." Huron hastily dressed and armoured himself. He grabbed his axe, round shield, and a flintlock. Hurrying down the hill from the central bailey, he found Gisela assembling men in the plaza. "What's the situation?" "A pigeon arrived from Kasos. They were attacked by gobos, a lot of them. The attack was repulsed, but Volk says there are wolves preventing anyone from leaving. I have assembled a relief force, full complement, pikes, guns, foot and horse." As a Stratago, Huron had led entire armies into battle. Captain was his military rank, but Stratago was his position in the company. It was an old title from the border princes, equivalent to a marshal in the Empire, or a boyar in Kislev. Huron surveyed his men as they lined up in rank by unit. There were 3 units of pikes, 2 of swords, 1 of armoured handgunners, and 1 of crossbows. There were 2 mortars, as well as 2 more engineers. A large corps of the freemen were mounted and ready to go. There were huntsmen archers, and Hero also spotted Divakos, the old amber wizard. There was also 4 wagons loaded with tools, provisions, and ammunition. Sitting atop the full wagons were more crossbowmen and gunners. A stable hand brought Huron's horse, and he mounted up. The men began the procession out of the camp, followed by the wagons. The freemen ranged ahead to scout for the enemy. Gisela had finished directing troops, and she found Huron readying to leave. "We need to have a chat when this all gets sorted, Huron. All of us, I mean. The others think your pointy-eared friend has been having too much influence on you. They ponder aloud your motives and your priorities. And you, Gisela, what do you ponder aloud about me?" "I know you, Huron. They don't. I am a Bretonnian, do not forget. I know a crusader when I see one. My ambitions, Gisela, are for the good of this outfit, as well as the entire border princes. The difference is, Huron, that missions to Araby pay actual gold. Running around saving peasants, it does not. That isn't my opinion, that is what the others will say, and you know that." Huron glared at Gisela with incredulity. He kicked his horse on, and about turned, all the while glaring at her. He cantered out through the gates to catch up with the procession of troops and wagons. Gisela sighed and cursed Huron under her breath. She walked past the stables and back towards her cabin, still bemoaning the stubborn tendencies of Huron. In the shaded corner of one of the stable stalls, the young Iphicrates hid, listening to all that had been said. When Gisela had disappeared into her log cabin, he resumed his work shoveling horse dung. The journey to Kasos took longer than usual, due to the encumbered wagon's slow pace. There had been no sign of any greenskins, and the force made its way to Kasos to the joy of its inhabitants and its brave garrison. Volk greeted Huron with a wrist-to-wrist handshake. "Quiet night then, old man," Huron chuckled. motioning over at a pile of dead gobos being assembled. We had a few uninvited guests, Lord. I gave them the cold shoulder, and they soon left. I leave for one night, and you go and have all the fun without me, you old Sigmarite. Sigmar does protect, Lord, although it doesn't do any harm to carry a big gun. Indeed, from the looks of that river troll, you didn't miss with it either. Volk's mood changed. We lost a couple of men too. Newbies mostly, as well as a few of the locals. They fought the hardest. Also, Lord, there was a goblin, a shaman. He was leading them. He mounted on that troll. He used foul magics. Wasn't like your average cowardly gobbo either. We will see to it the area is cleansed of green sins, starting with Kasos. Soon, hopefully, the road between Myrmidons and Matorka will be greenskin free. That's ambitious, Lord. Yes, it is, old man. And we need to get things moving here. I need you to set up patrols of the area, a few kilometers radius of the town. I have instructed Toddenberg and the engineers to begin construction of permanent defences here. In the meantime, I'm going to take a detachment to Shepherd's Ford.